Good morning, students. In this video lecture, I am covering forwarding unicast routing protocol, under which we are discussing link state routing. In which we in the earlier video, you can see my earlier video where I have discussed what is the link state routing and how it is performed by finding the shortest path route from source to destination. I am taking one more example to make you a little more clear that how to find the shortest distance from source to the destination. As in the figure, it is shown the network, basically that how it is joined from different nodes or to the nodes from A, B, C, D, E, F, G and T. Clear? So this is the you can say a figure which it is showing along with the edges. The weight with the edges or the cost of the edges are already mentioned, that what will be the cost of moving from one source, from one edge to the another edge. Okay, so this is the table I have drawn. This is the table that I have made. There are the different nodes that are present from S to T, and what are the values that are going to come across the various steps that we are going to come. Okay, clear? So what we have to do over here is that we have to find the distance from one node to the other nodes. Okay. So as I told you earlier in my previous lecture, that you have to assume that one node is which I have to assume is the source node. Okay, so over here I am considering that source S is the initial node over here. Okay, so initially if I am covering, what I said is the source node, what will be there, the cost of source node will be 0. See, because and the cost of all the other nodes we don't know, that will be infinity. Clear? So initially, as I told you in my last example also, that initially the source node, the cost will be 0 and all other cost of all other nodes will be infinity. So we will fill up the table accordingly. Initially the cost of S is 0 and all other nodes are infinite, because we don't know the cost of any other node. Okay, clear? Next, what we have to do, after mentioning that initially the values of all the nodes are infinite and S is 0. Okay, distance itself is 0 and initially all the distance from S source is all infinite. Now moving to the next step, what we are going to do, adjacent to S. What will be the adjacent to S? What is adjacent to S? Adjacent to S is either B or A. ठीक है ना? Adjacent to S is B, A and third is D. ठीक है? Now since I told you that in registrar we consider the minimum distance, so minimum distance out of all this is 0 only, so that will be my final value. ठीक है? So S will be my working node. This will be my working node. That means S with 0 is my first value of the node that has come into action. Okay, now I am moving to the what are the other nodes that are available to me. So S is 0, adjacent to S is B, A and D. So what are the edges given? 3 to B, 4 to A and 7 to D. So I will update this in my table. 8 S to A is 4, S to A is 4, okay. Then S to B is 3, 3 and the value of D is 7. Rest all we don't know. So rest all will be infinity. Rest all will be infinity. ठीक है? Rest all the values will be infinity because adjacent node only adjacent to the nodes only the edges gets updated. So what is the minimum value of all this? Minimum is 3, 4, 3, 7. That is minimum is 3. So we will consider B. So here B of 3 is finalized. So this is also reached. This I am marking it with the what the nodes are over. So over here B S is marked, B is marked. ठीक है ना? So now we will consider what are the adjacent edges, adjacent nodes to B. B के close कौन कौन से हैं B के? We can directly go to only D and which is 4. है ना? So what I will see is B to D. Over B to D is 4, but I am coming from 4 as from S. ठीक है ना? Since I have to consider it from the source. So 3 plus 4 will be 7. ठीक है ना? 7 means कि D is already marked with 7. So there will be no update in this case. We will not update anything here. In this step, in the third step, there will be no update. No update. Clear? Coming to next step. Okay. So what I will see is now out of remaining 4 and 7, what is the minimum now in this case? What is minimum? 4. So we will consider 4 with A. So over here A4 will come. Clear? Now A is my working node. A is also over. Now adjacent to A. What is the adjacent node to A? Only C. है ना? Only C. So the what it will be? It will be 4 plus 1 5. So C will be updated with 5. Okay. Now adjacent to C is what? Now I have come to C. So what is the adjacent to C? Adjacent to C is E and D. D and E. But C पे आने के लिए मेरे पास कितना कॉस्ट आ चुका है? 5. है ना? Yes or no? So in this case what I will see is, since I have इस step में मेरे पास only one value is there, only 5 is there. So over here C of 5 will be finalized. बिकॉज देयर इज नो कंपेरिजन अमंग द, इसमें मिनिमम कौन सा है, बाकी सारे इनफाइनाइट है जहाँ पे हमने रीच नहीं किया है ना। भाई ये 7 है ऑलरेडी, ये आपका इनफाइनाइट है, इन्फिनिटी इन्फिनिटी इन्फिनिटी, सो मिनिमम इज 5, सो दिस इज चूजन, मिनिमम वैल्यू इज चूजन इन एवरी स्टेप, है ना। तो ये आपका 5 चूज हो गया और सी भी आपका काउंट हो गया। ठीक है, सो adjacent to C is E, so E will be updated with 5 plus 1 6, E will be updated with 6, then C पे 5 था, D पे जा सकते हैं हम, that is 5 plus 3 8, इसके adjacent दो नोड है ना E और T, तो 5 plus 1 is 6, 5 plus 3 is 8, so D is 8, but if I write over here 8 and 7, minimum is 7, तो I will not update this, मिनिमम पे ही मैंने आपको बोला कि मिनिमम होगा कंपैरिजन पे तभी हम अपडेट करेंगे, वरना नहीं करेंगे, तो दिस इज नॉट अपडेटेड ओवर हियर, क्लियर। तो रिमेनिंग इज 7 6 एंड ऑल अदर वैल्यूज विच आर नॉट कवर्ड आर इनफाइनाइट, तो मिनिमम इज 6, सो E is finalized as E of 6 is finalized, so I will mark this also. So what are the nodes adjacent to E of 6? E is adjacent to G and T, ओके, तो 6 plus 2 is 8, यानी कि G पे मैं 8 लिख दूंगा, G पे I will write 8, okay, and for T 6 plus, you can say I have not marked, this will be 4, this is 3, this was left out in the diagram. So over here I have already reached with 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, I have marked G at 8, and 6 plus going to T, because nearest to E is G and T, तो T पे आने के लिए क्या हो जाएगा, 6 plus 4 10, तो T में हो जाएगा आपका 10, T will be 10, okay, clear. Is there any other node left? No, only these were the two closed nodes. So out of the remaining nodes, that is 7 8 and 10, minimum is 7, so that will be finalized D of 7, 7 8 10, minimum is 7, so this is finalized. Now node connected to D, node connected to D is T and F and E, okay, so D value is what, D is 7, so 7 plus 3 is 10, okay, so T is already 10, so there is no need to update, okay, 7 plus 1 is 8, E is already covered, so we will not consider E because E is already covered, okay, E already खत्म हो चुका है नोड, तो उस पर हम नहीं जाएंगे, तो लेफ्ट आउट कौन सा बचा, D to F, and this is 5, है ना, 7 plus, then D 7 plus D is remaining is, D is already there, finished, that is 12, sorry, F is 12, so there is no other left node adjacent to D, so remaining are 8 10 and 12, so minimum is 8, so G of 8 will be considered, this is considered, this is marked. Now from G, what is the, where I can go from G, G से T only, ठीक है ना, but what is the value of G, G is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11, 8 plus 3 is 11, but T is already 10, so I will not update, because I told you again and again, I am saying that if only the minimum value is there, then only we will update, otherwise we will leave as it is, okay. So out of remaining 10 and 12, what is minimum, so in this case there will be again no update, okay. So what is the minimum now in the remaining? 10 and 12. Minimum is 10. So T 10 is finalized. So from T where I can go? From T I can only go to F. There is no other way. So T is 10 over here, and 10 plus 5 is 15. है ना? 10 to 5 is 15, but already you can say F is 12. So again we will say that there will be no update. There will be no update here. Okay. There will be no update. So what is the remaining value now? Only 12 is there. What is F? So I will be considering over here F as 12. Clear? Now there is no node remaining. S, B, all are cancelled out. We are considered this also, and we have considered all the nodes C. There is no node which is remaining. So in this sequence only you have to write. You cannot say A पहले लिख देते हैं, B बाद में लिख देते हैं और C उसके बाद लिख देते हैं. You cannot change the sequence. So what is the sequence you have reached? Is S to B, B to A to C, C to E, E से D, G, T and F. So that is 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 and then 12. So by adding this, this is the total cost. Or you can say the minimum cost for passing packet from S to T. And you can also say that the minimum cost from moving from these different nodes like S to B, the minimum cost is 0. Then from moving B to A, the minimum cost comes out to be 3. Then from moving A to C, the minimum cost is 4. Likewise, the minimum costs are mentioned over here. Okay, and you can say the total cost that we have reached is with the 55. That is the minimum cost that we have come for passing the packet from S to T. Okay, I hope you have understood by now how does the Dijistra's algorithm work. We have done 2 examples, one in my previous video and one is this one. If there is any problem that you are facing in any of the questions, you can write it in the comment box, which will be discussed as and when the time is there to put that comment in my comment box. Thank you.